I now? Later. Thank you.
All right.
Hey, did you have the mic muted?
Yeah.
All right, cool. How many times do you say retarded? More than you can count.
In my vocabulary, probably.
All right. First game we're gonna start off with mount. All right, so we're gonna cover hips, get double unders, and our only job as top player is to maintain control of the elbows the entire time. There's no win condition. The bottom player's job, they can win by getting their elbows back to the inside and touching their body with their elbows. If he touches his body with his elbows, he wins. If there's anything under the elbow, including my knee, he doesn't win. Got to touch his body with his elbows. Okay? Everybody understand? All right, 1, 2, 3.
We're starting from the double unders.
Yeah, we're starting from double unders.
All right.
Every time you succeed, just swap places.
I gotta touch my. So he didn't exactly hear stuff.
Starting out with double unders. Top person can't win. Bottom person wins by making their elbows touch their body.
Can the bottom person and top person squeeze? Like
No.
a trap and roll, or am I just trying to get
You're
up?
only trying to get your elbows to your body.
Okay.
All right.
So top person is just to hold position.
Yeah, for as long as possible.
All right. All right.
Did Luke train it? Okay. Swap. I think so.
Are we going into any grips or are we just?
They want to try to get back to double unders.
Yeah, if you lose one, you want to try to recollect it.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so are we doing grips or are we just?
Yeah, any means necessary to maintain the underhooks.
Hey, they got a new sauna yet?
No, I think that's next week.
It's to get both elbows to the body.
I think we still keep on.
It's all right.
Yeah, just swap, Nick.
Oh, yeah. From swapping them?
Or just swap whenever you win. What's wrong with it?
Oh, I was just trying to get that guard. Oh, you dirty. Okay. So. Oh, I totally. Shame. Yeah, dude.
Do what?
When she said itch, like.
All right, we're gonna build on that one. They balance you guys starting with no underhooks. Top guy's whole priority is to find a way under the armpits and lock his hands. You lock your hands with. If you're on the bottom, your whole job is to either get the top guy's hips off of you, or become the top player yourself by leading. Make sense?
Yeah, no,
Hey, if either person wins, just switch. Go.
Head, Chad. Watch head over there. You're trying to something. You're trying to block your hand. Sleep through the
Hold up.
chill, bro. Oh, it's good.
That would think. Thanks, man.
That's hard.
I don't think I've seen you in a while.
Like you like the hard.
It's like still.
Probably 2 years when I first moved back.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, you cross it. Looks like my next move. That's very smart. Right here. Slow for the last few months. But
Breathe.
You're giving me a second.
Get some water. Hey, guys. How you doing? Good. See, it's like, what I like about that is like, it's forcing you to adjust things, like how pedals. Yeah, me, like, us, the conscious, like, I lost that final few times, like, you can learn how to actually get the, yeah, like, there's stuff to work with, exactly. That's kind of about it. Forever to get this. Yeah. First model warfare. That was good. Well, especially with like.
Like that city, you just.
So
It just like throwing off.
That's all it is. Yeah.
It's like the power of knowing someone's goal.
Okay, any observations or particular problem that you felt like you received? Like over and over?
Pretty easy to do one arm. And getting the other one you have.
And on bottom, trying to get out, it almost feels like you're giving up your back sometimes.
Yeah.
To try to turn out of it. So,
Who been to this, have you went into skate at least once?
Yeah.
Yeah, super banner, how did you find, like, how did you mostly find your success in skating?
Two different ways, kipping and singling out a leg and getting a leg under. Were you on your back? Get one leg under and
You know, those good, yeah.
the elbow escape.
That's fake.
What's that?
So I just think I'm so
First,
Yeah, trap and roll. Yes. Or reliable.
Yeah, trap and roll too.
I didn't make that much, I should have done for that.
Yeah,
So, you know, just go for it. It's easier to, you know. So real quick on this, and like, if you watch, like, if Hudson's on his back right now, right, we talked about this the other night, right? He's like the least mobile when he's on his hips and his shoulders. But if Hudson wanted to stand up and he's telling your body to stand up, what's the first thing that he starts doing?
He let the load his mat.
Yeah, rotate, right? Start rotating, right? Go ahead. Then it starts building a base, and then he builds 4 points of contact before he finally gets the box drop, right? So when we want to pin somebody or immobilize them, whether it's while we're passing or while we're pinning from side or pinning from mount, the whole name of the game is how can I prevent rotation and how can I prevent well framing, but how can I prevent how can I shut down his hips? How can I pin his shoulders to the mat? And how can I stuff in the and that's all pinning. Like those three things. If I can shut down his ability to rotate, I can cover his hips, I can be chest to chest with him, and I can isolate and pin his shoulders to the mat. Then he's not gonna be able to do that. Next game is we're gonna start. I just want y'all to be thinking about that in the next game. Okay. Next game we're gonna start in side. And let's see. Yeah. Next. Just gonna start inside, chest to chest, with our hands locked behind the shoulder. Okay, it's gonna go lock right. Okay. My top goal is to maintain control or a lock behind the shoulder or under his arm, and like chest to back or chest to chest contact the whole time. And what I mean by this is as he starts to get active, if I can still find ways to maintain my chest to chest connection, or if he starts rotating out, rotating away from down, as long as I still have my hands locked and the shoulder isolated and a chest to back connection, like chest to upper body, we're still gonna stay alive, okay? His whole job is to get his limbs in front of him, in between us. That's it. Right, make his near side knee and elbow touch, and ideally bring all the limbs to the inside to frame in front of us.
Actually retain guard.
Basically, just recover a side guard. Make sense? All right. Anybody need water? All right, 1, 2, 3.
Just keep parties or rotate parties, what do you want to do?
Same for
Alright, switch. Just switch each time.
yeah, switch each time somebody wins.
Yeah, so. Yeah, he's taking a good shot. Yeah, he's taking a good amount of muscle. Locked. So yeah, you can unlock like if you have the transitions, but the point is like you just want control of like this.
I spent enough time inside the pool.
I'll never forget you. AGS. No, you're good. I was pulling one of your beers off. Couldn't pass your guard. Yeah.
Like really excited. Yeah. Oh, I can see it already here. What's that? Chest. Sweet. Yeah. You think we can do the same thing? Oh, you can't do it there. You're good. I'll let you know. Thanks. Yeah. You probably don't. One more minute, guys.
It's hot up here, JC.
Yeah, it is.
Is there a heater up here?
No. We heard the on nothing.
That's good. I can track my leg.
Yeah. All I gotta do is take the thumb and nail.
No, you're good.
Can't get anything out of them.
Keep going.
You want to be going?
I was trying to get there, but I knew like if I tried, then you were like, no.
He like waiting by me like.
did like this week.
So, because once you got that arm under, it's like,
First Friday.
Yeah.
that's a video. That's a video.
Ready?
Yeah.
Alright, fine. You ready for 8:15? And it's there.
Alright, now we're gonna look at. Remember I talked a lot about rules or concepts, heuristics, whatever you want to use for that. With our first drill today, the first game we played, what are some of the, any of the fundamental key concepts that you think I'm hoping you guys get better with that particular thing? And what do y'all think the first principle is that we're actually trying to develop there is?
What do you, can you repeat? I also what you were saying.
Was that the one I walked in on? Yeah, that's one of these. Okay, so if the whole game of jiu-jitsu is immobilizing somebody, immobilization leading to strangulation or breakage. Like that's what jiu-jitsu is. Right, that's the lack of breaks off. That's not my definition. It was very similar to what I was in the definition of jiu-jitsu is, which is like a battle of leverage. Like how do I exert leverage on somebody? Efficiency. With that being the goal, what are some of y'all first talked about like key concepts of jiu-jitsu before, like inside position, framing, facing, things like that? What are the things that you think of that first game we're after that you like in terms of what we want to do with that to develop that?
I don't know how to specifically term it, but like when you're focusing on that specifically, like keeping the legs and the arms and shit.
What do you mean specifically with the legs?
Something else to get their knees aside, like take it under their own legs.
What's that? You're going.
For the top person, I think it's all about like maintaining like center of gravity, like staying low to the person and like not getting swept by just maintaining that like specific position.
Yeah.
If you can't move your arms really outside to take the arms, so you're really just staying with the underhook. So you're just trying to maintain a lower center of gravity, keep your hips low, and not let them sweep you in any way or get in between you and them.
Yeah. I mean, the fundamental thing that you're getting out there, depending, but that's what it's dependent. Is to say that or stay center mass, cover their hips, and isolate their shoulders to the back.
And also like learning to relax, because if you put something like stiff, like while you're doing it, it's easier for you to like get.
They can exploit that, yeah.
Yeah, they can exploit that.
Is that why?
Yeah,
Right.
that's gonna be like a left.
I noticed like if I tensed up whenever he was trying to get in between me and him, it was easier for him to get in between us. If I had tensed up because I was so much like a board.
Yeah, you feel like slog.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like easier. It's way easier to go somebody that's. Yeah. That's what advantage you have over every new person that walks in here. It's what makes it so easy to sleep because they're just a log. What's as a body player in that game? What's the fundamental thing that we're after there?
Movement, rotation, and momentum. It feels like any position that you can get.
What's the goal that we're trying to get at?
Get inside position.
Inside position.
Any way to create space.
Right. If you get inside position, fundamentally can't be pinned. Right. I'm not being pinned if I have an inside position. Right. That's going to hurt. All right. The second one, where we didn't have any underhooks. Right. If the whole goal of immobilizing people in jiu-jitsu is to either isolate limbs for breaking them, or isolate necks for strangling them, or isolate limbs and neck for strangling for head down strokes. Like, what are we fundamentally doing with that one drill where we're trying to get underhooks and lock our hips? We are working on building on that, but there's another thing going on there while it's getting them where we try to do next. Yeah, I kind of said, yeah, right. Same thing. Bottom player, what are you looking to do? What's fundamentally something that if I need to, in order to pin somebody, I need to be stable on them. I need to be based on them, stable on them, center mass. What are you looking to do, top player in that game?
Off center, trying to get them off balance.
Yeah, destabilize, off balance, whatever you want to call it. I'm using Greg's solid terms here, but we call it every one, I call it Gary's stuff again, but like destabilization, off balancing, whatever you want to call that. Third game we just played, we have Penny, we sat inside position. What else is going on here?
For me.
Talk about side.
Go ahead. Sorry. I was gonna say, I feel like the top person is being aware when to reset. Because if you get too caught up in isolating and then you're stagnant, they can sweep you. So being able to recognize when they start to get that momentum to deny it, reset.
Yeah.
Walk the hips around.
Like before you progress.
Stabilization.
Yeah, exactly.
What he said, but also like learn to let go of that position and move to the back or move around accordingly.
Yes.
The
Yeah,
threat-
because most people in here can like fairly quickly get outside control, right? Like, I mean, Winthrop's gonna get outside control. So like, yeah, transition now. And that.
Yeah, because the first time, like when we did it, I was so like honed in or tunnel visioned on just trying to maintain like, get the arms singled out. Or I didn't realize I just keep my arms together. I just couldn't move around the back. That's what I did, and I was able to maintain the lock.
Any questions? We're gonna move on to our next stage, and then we'll talk like theory again.
Finish attacks, yeah.
Right here. Let's move on to top players with the one block there, and around bottom those hips. And bottom player's whole goal is to lock lock that frame blocking guard. Undo the lock I had, the connection I had, and get their frames back. Similar to where we just were, except instead of having the shoulder pin, I just had the hip pin. Does that make sense? Alright. You win if you get your frames back inside. Top player can't get you. You just like continuing to. Okay. All right, let's be clear. You're just trying to keep your hands locked on their hips the whole time. You cannot advance on the top. Nice, dude. I'm smart. I thought I had it. I was like, oh, I'm still going.
He's 7. Sorry. Hey, give me just a second.
That's
Yeah, that rolls.
fucking sorry.
No, you're good. That just happens.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Yeah, Chris was like,
Well, he said it's not over yet. So he said we couldn't advance. I was like, all right.
well, you won't win then.
You made it big sound.
No, but
So it's like a whole
lot.
Sorry, yeah, sorry, I didn't actually. It's not really happening. It's not happening.
That's what we're doing.
I mean, I wasn't really a whole lot, trying to really just make tracking.
Yeah.
Not some, I was using a lot of grip strength and not hugging you strength.
Did you just said?
I'm not acting so.
Like on it. Or who's the arm Saruki?
Yeah.
That's the only reason I would have gotten out of that. The pants were falling. You good? Oh, sorry. You can keep going. No, because I didn't get out. The only reason I would have gotten out is because my pants were coming down. Yeah. It's Again, I gotta get some pants strings on. Some water if you need it.
Banging from the coffee shop. Observations? Just came down to making space, breaking through. Making space and breaking through.
How did you manage to make space?
Pushing away while trying to like separate my hips.
Maintaining. Or like a double hand.
You showed, full shot?
Yeah. Feet having like this. I was stuck. Struck it out. I don't want to break the grip also.
I need pants strings. What's that? I need pants strings. There's both times I was breaking the grip, pants up with strings on them, so they were still pulling down. And I was like, all right, I don't know if I actually would have gotten out of this or if my pants are just coming down.
I found one interesting thing. I can't remember how we did that. So, I'll know it says, I was just, Luke had me, and at one moment, I think I started pressing in, he got a little off balance, and I saw this inside foot windshield was like inside for a second. Like, he faced out this foot, but then this foot kind of windshield like in, and I saw that for a moment. Yeah. What's it called?
I honestly don't know, but just recognizing that, like, that's one of my first turtle defenses, that like front headlock defense. Or right here, like you're in a front headlock kind of this situation. If I can grab that ankle, pull it to me, I can just drive into you. That's just where I recognize that.
That makes sense.
So that's a very valid concept.
But I think like Derek's just like reading Luke. I saw that in moments that like you're kind of beauty of the game is just like you see stuff that you never really thought, right? Anybody find something they haven't thought in any games yet?
That's one that
He had a way of telling them exactly how he did it, but he was like, he managed to kind of, I was over, it was kind of sitting, you know, that crazy, which they would,
Is that how you guys spoke about? Okay, cool.
I was literally about to say that. I like they got you inside here, a frame, a little ice. And it gives you room to like throw them in.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was gonna that's how I got it.
That's how I was getting there.
Yeah. That was a nice little like they're really tight on you. But again.
Yeah, we both do that.
All right, real quick, let's do. This is all going to be at least loosely related to guard pass and guard protection like we were doing the other night. I just want to be mostly, work and like 8% work and 20% me talking. So hopefully we get the right balance here. So I'm gonna smash from theory now, and then we'll go over to the more game ball there. So first off, if Hudson's retaining guard, and if he wants to stay mobile, if he's flat on his back, the fundamental concepts of him retaining guard are his ability to rotate, right, from side to side. It's his ability to retract, like if his legs are straight, it's his ability to retract them in towards his center mass. If I start breaking out to the side, it's his ability to extend his limbs as frames to carry my weight and prevent me from actually securing a pass and be able to realign with me. And it's also, if he wants to be mobile, his ability to base, his ability to start building height and sitting up. Right? This is the four things. Like you see any open guard player, like if we just sit here and play for a second, good. Like, if I start down here and we're playing, I build height, I'm rotating here. There's all kinds of stuff. All those four things are happening in real time right there. That makes sense. That's how we prevent from being passive. Next, we're gonna talk about camping because that's specifically something that I think that's really something I want to get better at. I think it's something that you've been getting better at the past few several months, right? We're trying to play with it, but like everybody can really benefit from this. So we talked about, it's like, what is camping? Camping is this idea where, like we were talking about the other night, we don't want soles and feet pointed at us, right? We treat them like a loaded gun. So if I want to, as soon as I come in, I start making contact with a supine player, I want to immediately come into the feet. I don't want him getting connection with my knees, my ankles, or my hips, right? So if I make connection here, I'm immediately also starting to cut my ankles, right? Now, once I get here, the theory of camping is that as Hudson is not working at all when we're aligned, right? Especially if he's just chilling. He could like, you go to sleep if he's on his back, right? That's how some of us weirdos sleep flat on our backs, right? That's me always, right? All right, but the more that I come out at an angle, right? The more that he has to do, if he doesn't want me to get a sit line, he has to start retracting his knees towards the center line, right? Even before he regards. If I'm just chilling out here, he has to start bringing his knees back in, okay? So he's already working harder than he was. Next, he starts having to frame up with his upper body, his arms, right? And he's strong here, but then as I start dropping my weight, I'm barely working, and he's working much harder. Okay, so the idea of camping is how much prolonged time can we spend out here at an angle, making him carry our weight. Okay, ultimately, the apex for the best way is if we can get all the way to north-south, where we're camping in north-south, because now it's not just the bench press, it's the shoulder press out here. He wants to frame on my hips. Now he's shoulder pressing, and he has to work max, like it's maximal effort for him to get his knees on the inside now, because he's got the most distance to travel. That makes sense. So the thing about this is what Dan says about camping. The idea with it is even if I don't get a pass here, the first, second, third, fourth time doesn't matter. Over the long haul, the power level is draining. Right? So even if I get to north south and he reguards, right? And we disengage, we come back in, we start. Every time I re-engage, and we had a bout of camping there, 30, 40, 60 seconds, the power level's down. And I wasn't working nearly as hard. The idea here is also just in order for you not to be working hard, for you to understand how heavy you can be without having to work very hard. Everybody should be able to do this. Put your forehead on the mat and just chill right here, where most of your body weight is on your forehead. And we can sit here and just talk, and you're not really like working that hard, right? Most your forehead or the ground and your forehead are just propping you up. Okay, that's what's happening. Except I'm on him.
Okay, does that make sense? What?
That's what we did at wrestling.
Well,
Just set fingers.
well, and we're just.
I mean, this is the, yeah.
This is kind of.
So, I mean, some, like Nick, some other people have been like naturally gifted at this, but this is something that I historically suck at, and trying to, it drops my head position, making myself heavier. So, that's it, I'm not gonna talk anymore. But just keeping those things in mind, we're gonna start the next couple of games before we get out of here. Anybody have questions first? All right. Our next game is, we're going to be on supine guard. I want, yes. So the name of the game, he's playing supine. His whole goal, he can start with his feet anywhere. He chooses on my hips, knees or ankles. His 2 feet, he can place on the inside, the outside, combination, whatever he wants. When we start the game, my goal as top player is to remove the connections, maintain the disconnect, and then start cutting my angles, right? And then ultimately lock my hands around the hip on where we started. And if you win, if you lock your hands around the hips. His whole goal is to maintain connection, maintain alignment, and he wins if he's able to put me on my butt.
Can I his hands?
You can use his hands, not to start, but you can use your hands, and your whole goal is to put me on my butt. By any means necessary.
So we have to maintain grip on both feet, or can we let go and maintain grip on one foot and then single out a hand to get chest?
So that okay. Your win is locking your hands around hips. And then bottom guy, your win is putting the top guy's butt on the mat. Cool. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Y'all do this one time for me. I do the sales thing.
Yeah, so it just starts with his feet. There we go.
So you're gonna equal. So you also. So goal top guys to get.
Yeah, keep feet off you and try to get around the waist.
I'm in sales now. So.
You're in sales?
Yes, every
Heard that, man.
every call, every. Mark, fresh.
I guess I think I'm It's harder. I like that you were just kind of like coming rather than trying.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm good.
My hips get tired.
Yeah, yeah.
I have no mobility. Watching you spin around with JC is ridiculous.
And I didn't get it, I just.
I'm short of board. Oh, that's what you're doing. I'm still gonna think you're doing it in San Diego.
Yep.
Alright.
I got to get in, actually, just.
I saw a little bit space, like I'm gonna pop my foot up.
And just be like.
Little.
Gotta play there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still breaking my in my shoe.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
I wish you would, guys. I didn't have a comment. Sitting there like, all right. Couple of guys. Here we go. Now we're just.
The sand condition really is good. That's the great.
That's I'm trying to think on this.
Oh, good.
Shannon.
What do you think with this?
It's the downside of these games. It's the amount of water.
About 4 cases, yeah.
All right, any light bulb moments, anybody?
Anyway, doesn't have to be. Anyone have like a aha moment?
My hips are too tight. It's a lot easier if you can stay open.
That is super cool. If you don't have good hip mobility, all that pummeling is a lot harder.
Yeah, like only like that helped me out a lot.
Yeah.
Like keeping their hands off me. But like right here.
See that little window, flare your knees over your hips.
This is probably my golden stretch for that, honestly. Just anytime I'm just chilling, I'll get as low as I can. I'll start working.
And if you're doing something, I want you to do whatever. 10 minutes,
Yeah, yeah.
99.
5 minutes here. That's been kind of really great mobility. So,
You're here.
So
That's just one day where I was like,
put up on Facebook. It's that, and you're just sitting on the floor a lot. Like, I started doing that, and like,
You feel it, feel the difference.
you actually came up with like that in a couple weeks. I was like,
yeah, that's not perfect, but that's great. And once you do it a little bit statically, you can start putting like a little tennis ball up under. You can work on like crushing the tennis ball for 5 minutes, take it at a time. And that'll also, and you can make it harder by also lifting your, you make it even harder by doing that. So Scott Justin, that's here Friday, Scott, that does like chiropractic and like he gave me all those things that got here, he can. So, where's he work?
cards right there.
Cards up here on the right under the iPad.
Underneath, there's more.
All right, any questions about anything we've done tonight? All right, we're going to do we're gonna do two minute rounds. I'll call the time at a minute in each, and your whole goal is you're starting with seated guard, body player. Your whole goal is to sweep or wrestle up, get back to your feet. Not even wrestle up, literally get back to your feet. Okay, so if they're not closing distance with you at all, just stand up. It's the highest technical stand up, get up. You make it to your feet, or they hit your butt, you win. The top guy, you're looking to cut angles, camp, and ultimately you win by locking your hands around it. Make sense? Yeah. We're gonna do. Actually, I'm just gonna put the clock on a minute. When it rings, switch. Don't switch. Don't like on rotation switch. Just switch with the clock. Alright, yes. I'll start this again. And then we're gonna do it again. Whichever part. Alright. And I encourage you to get somebody that's completely different body, the reason size, shape, whatever. Than if you not with the top. Remember, seated guard, stand up for screen.
Sorry, I'm super sweaty. It's just smell good.
All right, on the belts. I can that's my thing.
Balls. No, you can't. We're all shriveled right now. To be fair, you almost had your hands loud. I think we saw it upstairs.
All right, I'll switch up, switch up. He's gonna also like to get the back. You want to play or what the deal is? If you get off this well, it's kind of hard to right. One day. Oh, the training. Get some water.
Last one.
Brother, you're bleeding again. You say you got a new partner? Yeah, so I go to a new partner that's a different body. Style, possibly.
Am I good?
Oh, yeah.
AC, you good? You want to do this too? What do we do? Butt.
before saying your feet.
Protect that here.
Into my feet. And that's the one.
Knock that outside a kill, baby.
We're not doing this. You're sick of pulling me.
Switch up.
So here, on the bell, on the bell. You said, who's doing your best?
Yep, go for it. And switch my foot position. I think he's nowhere to stop.
And I won't go say what, stand up. You don't want, something, that's anxious, you're just standing up.
Yeah.
That's not, that gets me anywhere.
Start in a position where you're kind of already in. So all I have to do is stand up. Oh, strength. You know what I mean? Because I feel like standing up's gonna be a lot easier. Wrestling.
All right, observations.
I was late as hell at the party.
Being time sucks.
Did anybody spend a good amount of time being camped on? I feel like you got more tired now from Hudson. All right.
Yeah.
Any questions from tonight? A couple things. I want to get a pick real quick. Before that, BMAX Saturday, 2 p.m.
Let's go.
So please come. If you haven't registered yet, please register. Pay whatever you want. I don't care. Invite your friends, invite your mom. I won't talk to her too sweetly. I promise. All right, I'll just hug her once. It'll be a nice gentlemanly hug. 3 seconds. 3 seconds. I'm gonna do the Christian side hug. Okay. Next up, next week. I mean, well, we've already increased the work rate this week, right? In the room, but next week specifically, I need to know before Monday if you intend to compete on March 29th. I already know you will. And if you are, I expect you to be at least here on at minimum Monday and Thursday. Ideally, a third class a week, or as many as you want to be, but at least those two. And I expect you to stay for the entire open mat because we're going to do specific comp rounds. So expect different level of intensity. And if you don't want to do it, that's totally cool. There's no pressure, and I'm not going to treat you any differently. But I'm going to treat you differently if you're like in the training, if you're going to compete, as I hope y'all will do to me too, to make me better too. Last thing, schedule. I put in WhatsApp. If anybody has a hard, objection to switching, where class actually begins at 6:30 on Mondays and Thursdays, and Wednesday if you want, up to you. And 5:30, you can still obviously, the instruction is 7:15, 7:30, stay after, roll, do whatever you want. I'm going to be out of here by 7:30, 8 o'clock most nights so I can see my baby girl. But 5:30 to 6:30 will be specifically positional rounds, doing a lot of what we just did. But not just anything. It'll be defined.
you'll have a bunch of games and positional rounds to choose from throughout the month, throughout the week, throughout the month, up on the TV for you when you arrive. They'll be corresponding to the things I'm trying to teach, so that we're all doing like a lot of the same stuff and growing in one specific area each month. And then as you win, any round you win, any of these exchanges, you tally them up. We'll put them on the board here behind me or a whiteboard, whatever. We'll tally them up, and whoever gets the most at the end of the month will also get some cash every month. So that's how I intend for that to work. I would love feedback on that. I'd also love if you have any hard objection to instruction starting at 6:30. I don't need it right now, but I do need it now, because if I don't hear any objections, I'm going to change it by week after next. That's it. Let's get a pick. All right. And if you want to be a trolling video, I have to buy sunglasses. If you don't want to be in a trolling video, please stay off the white mats for a few minutes. And if you don't even know what I'm talking about, then just keep your dignity and don't ask. It's all good.